Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will define geometric series. A geometric series is any series that can be written in the form the summation of a times r raised to the power of n minus 1, where n is equal to 1 to infinity. Or with an index shift, the geometric series will often be written as the summation of a times r raised to the power of n, where n is equal to 0 to infinity, with ratio r and first term a. So these are identical series and will have identical values provided they converge, of course. If we start with the first form, it can be shown that the partial sums are equal to a times a quantity of 1 minus r raised to the power of n over 1 minus r equals a over 1 minus r minus a times r raised to n over 1 minus r. The series will converge provided the partial sums form a convergent sequence. So let's take the partial sums. So the limit of s sub n as n approaches to infinity is equal to the limit of the quantity a over 1 minus r minus a times r raised to n over 1 minus r as n approaches to infinity equals the limit of a over 1 minus r as n approaches to infinity minus the limit of a times r raised to n over 1 minus r as n approaches to infinity equals a over 1 minus r minus a times r raised to n over 1 minus r, the limit of r raised to n as n approaches to infinity. Now from the theorem of sequence, this limit will exist and be finite provided that r is greater than negative 1 but less than or equal to 1. So the theorem states that the sequence r raised to n as n equal to 0 to infinity converges if r is greater than negative 1 but less than or equal to 1 and diverges for all other values of r. Also, the limit of r raised to n as n approaches to infinity is equal to 0 if r is greater than to negative 1 but less than 1, and 1 if r is equal to 1. So however, note that we can't let r equals 1 since this will give division by 0. So therefore, this will exist and be finite provided that r is greater than negative 1 but less than 1. And in this case, the limit is 0, and so we get the limit of s sub n as n approaches to infinity equals a over 1 minus r. Therefore, a geometric series will converge if r is greater than negative 1 but less than 1, which is usually written the absolute value of r is less than 1. Its value is the summation of a times r raised to the power of n minus 1 as n, where n is equal to 0 to infinity, is equal to the summation of a times r raised to n, where n is equal to 0 to infinity, equals a over 1 minus r. Note that in using this formula, we will need to make sure that we are in the correct form. In other words, if the series starts at n equals 0, then the exponent on the r must be n. Likewise, if the series starts at n equals 1, then the exponent on the r must be n minus 1. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, clarification, and suggestions, kindly comment it down below.